Hello, viewers. This is story time. Today, I will share with you the story of the book titled Eze Goes to School. Eze Goes to School was written in the year 1963 by Honor Anzeku and Michael Crowder. The background of this book, Eze Goes to School, is the eastern part of Nigeria. Eze Goes to School tells the African story in the African environment. It shows some of the traditions and customs of the Igbo tribe of Nigeria. The story goes like this. Once upon a time, in the hamlet of Ohia in Obodo community, there lived a man called Okonkwo Ade. Okonkwo Ade was a very successful farmer. He had enough yams and cocoyams in his barn. He also had plenty goats and sheep. In fact, by all standards, Okonkwo Ade was a very rich man in his time. But there was something missing out in the life of Okonkwo Ade. He was an illiterate. He did not go to school. Yet, the events of his time made him realize the importance of education. And so, Okonkwo Ade vowed that his children, especially his only son, Ezade, must go to school. Ezade was very excited on his first day at school. He woke up early enough to do his chores, and in company of his younger sister Olo and other children in the hamlet, they went to the village stream to fetch water. There was no school in Ohia hamlet, and so Ezade was enrolled in a school in Ama village, which was over 3 miles away from his own village. Eze's mother accompanied him to school on that first day. Eze happened to be the only child from his entire village that attended school. The belief then was that sending a boy to school will make him lazy, while the education of a girl child is a waste, as she would end up being sold off in marriage at a time. That was why children were forbidden from going to school at that time. Eze's first day at school was quite memorable. He met a teacher, Mr. Okafor, and he also met a girl called Chinwe, who happened to be the only female pupil in the entire class. Eze's father advised him not to allow anyone, especially the girl Chinwe, beat him in examination. Eze's hard work paid off as he took first at the end of that term during the examinations. Eze was so excited that he ran almost the entire distance from the school to show his results to his parents. And in return, the parents congratulated him for his hard work and dedication towards his study. Things were generally moving well until something tragic happened. Eze's father, Okonkwo Ade, died of a leopard attack on his way to the village farm to harvest his crops. Okonkwo's brothers wasted all his wealth on giving him what they called a befitting funeral. And that was the beginning of hardship and sorrow for Eze, his mother, and his sister Olo, as they labored to feed and also to ensure that Eze continued his education. Once Eze's mother took ill, Eze stopped going to school and engaged in menial jobs just to fend for the family, just to provide food for himself, his mother, and his younger sister. At a point, a rich young businessman from Onitsha came to marry Eze's younger sister Olo, and he paid a bride price of 40 pounds. While Eze and his mother became happy that the money would be used to send Eze back to school, Eze's uncles connived with other men in the village, took that money away from them and shared amongst themselves. At this point, Eze's hope of returning back to school was dashed. Eze became angry with his uncles and kinsmen. In fact, he would show his anger in bullying other children in the village. He also insisted that the villagers paid him some money before he would read and write letters for them. When teacher Okafor learned of Eze's predicament, he visited and tried to talk to Eze's uncles to help in his education, but they all refused, saying that their late brother Okonkwo was not educated, yet he was successful in life. Teacher Okafor also spoke to some elders in the village, but all his pleas fell into deaf ears, as they all insisted that education makes a man lazy and will not do anything to help Eze. But Teacher Okafor would not stop at that. He met one Mr. Wilberforce Ezilo, a retired soldier that fought in the Second World War, who also have traveled wide and near and have come to know the value of education. The two of them made consultations and followed it up, and finally, a scholarship scheme was started in the entire community. Ezade happened to benefit from this scholarship to finish his primary school education and also went to college. Now, this is a brief summary of the book Eze Goes to School. Now, from this story, the following questions are begging for answers. 1. Should the education of girls be neglected because they will marry someday, or because of the thought that girls' education ends in kitchen? For this reason, are we supposed to stop educating the girl child? Number 2, should there be expensive ceremonies and so much display of wealth to bury the dead in terms of funeral, as practiced especially among the Igbos of the southeast part of Nigeria? And 3, should there be a law protecting widows from their husbands' brothers who will always come to dispossess them of their late husband's properties? This is very common in our society today, not only among the Igbos of the southeast. I want to believe that there are other parts of the country that such practices take place. Another question is, are there still communities in Nigeria today where children will have to travel long distances by foot so as to acquire education? What should be done? Because in the case of Ezade, we learn from the book Eze Goes to School that he travels over 3 miles every day to and fro just to have education. At this point, viewers, your comments are needed. Please subscribe to my channel, like my post, give it a thumb up, and don't forget to press the bell icon so that you will subsequently receive other posts that will follow this. At this point, I say to you, until I come your way next time, stay out of trouble. I am yours sincerely, Pepsi. Thank you.